up, everybody? My name is Space Wolf, and welcome to You Are the Judge. And I've never played this game, never even heard of it. But right now, this horror soundtrack coming soon. We're Kiorbidae. It's important to use social media carefully. It can get you into trouble. Right is right, even if everyone is against it, and wrong is wrong, even if everyone is for it. William Penn. I believe that wholeheartedly. In your youth years, there will be quite a lot of protests against the government in your country. And in this case, I used to protest. You wouldn't care about the protests. You used to find protesters unjust. Well, not the last one. I never got involved in protests because I'm not stupid. Even a peaceful protest can end up with people dead. I wouldn't really care about the protest. You had to choose a university and you made your choice. Politics, economy, or law. I hate politics. Economy is pretty much more or less in the dump because nobody really wants any renewable, sustainable energy sources, especially biodegradable. So let's get into law. You like a girl named Mary in law school. Now it's time to share your feelings with her. You said you loved her, you're hesitant to tell her that, or you think you're not ready for a relationship yet. Well, if I'm in law school, I'm pretty... Tell her I loved her. After college, you married Mary. As a result of your happy marriage with Mary, you two have a son. Mary told you you'd be a great father. After graduating from law school, you started working as a lawyer. You choose the field you specialize in. Criminal law. Yeah, every time. Although you had difficulty finding free time, you were happy to spend Sundays with your family. You would visit with your spouse and your children every Sunday. Go to church. After practicing law for a long time, one of your best friends, Henry, encouraged you to take the judge's exam. After you brought this subject up to your wife, Mary, you saw her a little worried. When you asked Mary what the question... When you asked Mary about the reason for her anxiety, she says, Is this something you want? Are you sure you want to neglect the child in me? Well, yeah, what? Ask the question, and you too. How does me becoming a judge neglect my children and my wife? This will never be a problem for her. Wait, what? This will never be a problem for her. Is this supposed to say you said? Yeah, it's probably supposed to say you said that this will never be a problem for her or the children. You want such a career and will not give up on it, that this would be better. Yeah, this would be better for you and the kids. Mary says although she didn't fully address her concerns, she would support and always be there for you. Wife. And the long-awaited day came. Henry, your wife Mary, and the children were waiting for the results to be announced. While waiting for the results, I'm excited. Henry comes to you and says, I believe you have succeeded. From now on, a whole new life begins for you, he whispered. With the announcement of the results, you learned that your career as a judge has begun. Everyone in the house was in great joy. Mary looked a little thoughtful, but she couldn't help but rejoice. While you were excited about your first day of duty, you heard the horn of your driver coming from outside to take you to the office. After kissing Mary, you took your bag and set off to the office. First day as a judge. Oh, I have to choose my character. Hey, yo! Okay, I thought it was... Wait. Is that racist? No, wait, go back. I didn't mean to choose him. Well, I'm whoever that guy was. I kind of wanted to be the black guy, because I am, but why is he the only one that has less money and less everything than everybody else? Doesn't really matter. Cabarde Border Command 5. No. Cabarde Border Command versus Bowden Bell. Human trafficking case. Jeez. Yeah, I'm giving him the max. My bad. I have to be an impartial judge. Still giving them the max. Oh, I didn't know this was a 3D game? Hey, okay, I got house plants. Hey, make up your bed in the morning, bruh. I can't hear nothing. Is this an urn? Leave the house. You to open the door. Okay, what is this? All this useless junk. Bunch of sculptures. They're all shiny. They probably cost a lot. Can't crouch. Can't jump. Can't open anything other than doors. You sure you... No, not yet. Not yet. I want to explore my house. Okay. Hold up. Wait, is that... Where is that? Hey, yo, huh? What do you mean the metaverse? I got plants all over the house. What is that? Oh, that's just the name on the stove. Where do I live? Heaven? Can't see nothing outside. Leave the house. Oh, okay. That's probably why it's glitching. Because it thinks I left the house already. Okay, that's the bathroom. Okay, nice bath. That's a tall sink. Well, no, I guess all sinks are that tall. It's a modern house. Who's in this room? Yo, where's my wife and kids at? And who's playing chess? I guess I can use that computer sooner or later. Alright, let's leave the house. I already got my good view. Time to go to the office. Pay attention to the time when examining crime scenes in your cases. Inspect the folder, click on the flag, examine the Constitution book, examine the phone, examine the computer. Law book? Constitution. Article 267. Oh, is this the whole Constitution? No. It's just certain articles that I use as a judge. Any person who intentionally disseminates false information, whether in written, oral, or in other form of communication with the purpose of unjustly defaming or slandering another person, shall be deemed to have committed the offense of defamation. A person found guilty of committing defamation shall be punished with an appropriate penalty by court order. Wait, is that my... Oh, I thought somebody was standing over there. Click on the flag. Kabarde is certainly not a normal country. Its history in particular is quite dark. There have been numerous coups in the country's past, and the military juntas have ruled the nation. The people have become accustomed to these military coups, and it's considered a normal situation for them. This is a lot to read. I'm not reading all that. Moreover, the famous slogan coined by the people after the military coup, "The sole owner of the victory is Kabarde," is still fresh in everyone's mind. So we're a diplomatic country. Inspect the folder. What folder are they talking about? Oh, these folders. Okay, this is the case. The Kabarde Border Command accuses one of its officers of engaging in human rights at the borders. They claim that the officer unlawfully smuggled migrants onto the country during their work hours and profited from it. On the other hand, the officer on duty, Borden Bell, vehemently denies those allegations and refuses to acknowledge any connection with the human traffickers. Plaintiff Mark Harris, defendant Bowden Bell, and defendant's lawyer Rebecca White. I examine the phone. Pre-trial. No, not yet. Wait, menu. Master volume. Text speed preview. Okay. Text speed could be a little slower. I broke into the house to steal. Then John noticed me and we struggled. Okay, yeah, that's just a... so I need the... Hello. You need to complete a few questions to set up your system. If you're ready, let's continue. Select the picture. Yeah, black guy. Haha. What's my name? I can't even change my name. Because my name is Richard Anderson. Please set your password. Hey, don't look at my password, y'all. Oh, it's a 4-letter password. 4 digits for mine. I'm not telling y'all what it is. Alright. Browser, notepad. Oh, we can get on the browser. What's on here? Can I look up, and there's no Facebook. Bank, meeting, news. What's in the news? No news? Bank, meeting? No? Emails? Okay. Kaborde Border Command versus Borden Bell. I have sent you the document regarding the next lawsuit. Additionally, the lawyers will come to meet with you before the trial. Welcome to your new duty. Dear Judge, we are pleased to welcome you to your new duty. The decisions you make hold great importance for our country's legal system. Therefore, we have no doubt that you will make the decisions in accordance with our Constitution. Notepad. Oh, Twitter. All. What was the defendant's name? Borden Bell? Corruption? Okay, I don't know any of those yet. This message can only be seen by our amazing players. Thank you. Oh, shout out to Still Games. Good morning, Kaborde. Today we continue to stay energetic and positive as always. What beautiful moments we shared today. Kaborde Day. Culture is always important in Kaborde. Today we invite you to come together and support local artists, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like all the posts. What are your thoughts on your health today? Can I reply? Repost? No? I can just like. Can I post? Oh, I can post. Okay, our country is entering a new era and there's a lot of work ahead of us for all of us. I promise to do my duty. New era. Because I don't know who the last judge was. He might have been corrupt. Yeah, my name's Richard. I got 284 followers. I'm doing pretty good, not gonna lie. Oh, let me get off the internet. I don't think I need any of this. Alright. Time to go to pre-trial. Let's get it. Are you sure you want to go to pre-trial hearing? Wait, no, not yet. Can I get up? Okay, today's the 1st. Alright, forget it. Pre-trial. Because I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. Thought I was waiting for a lawyer to come before the trial. Oh, there they are. Wait, who are you? Oh, you're Borden. And you're the lawyer. Let me talk to the lawyer first. My client, Borden Bell, serves at the border outpost under the Kaborde Border Command. My client has a deep love for their homeland and nation. Therefore, they vehemently deny engaging in any activities behind the scope of their job description. Yeah, that's what you say. Let me see what he says. What you got to say for yourself, Borden? The Kaborde commit my client. Oh, you're the what's it called? You're the prosecutor. You're the lawyer. My client aims to ensure the security of our country's border. Therefore, they prevent unauthorized crossings. However, it has been established that the defendant, who works at the border outpost, allowed migrants without entry permits into the country during their working hours with pre-arranged human traffickers. Oh, so he's guilty. You told me everything I need to know. You're the worst lawyer ever. You're supposed to be defending your client. For this reason, we request their prosecution. My client has objection regarding the case. I'm so confused. No objection regarding the case. Social media can provide you with detailed information about the country's current situation. Choose a card before proceeding. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. This one. Your relationship with the public will decrease, but what? Hey, yo! I thought it was going to be a buff, not a debuff. Alright. Order in the court. The lawsuit begins. Checklist. The plaintiff was heard. Defendant was heard. Witnesses were heard. Files were examined. Evidence was examined. Constitution examined. Put that down. Law book. Any individual or organization that transports people across borders through illegal means commits the offense of human trafficking. Perpetrators of human trafficking are punished according to the national and international regulations. The court makes a fair judgment by examining the extent of the offense and responsibility. What is this? Pretrial statement. The lawyer says the Cabarde Command aims to ensure. Oh, I already heard this. Alright, let's look at the evidence about the case. Yeah. Plaintiff and defendant Mark Harrison Bowden Bell. Witnesses Soldier Andrew Turner and Soldier Jeffrey Clark. Evidence is security footage. So let's look at the security footage. Okay, so I'm assuming they snuck under the fence. I didn't see him in the picture, so... But it did say he already arranged. Let's hear from the defendant first. Preparation. Were the tasks you performed at the border outpost within your job description? Yes. The tasks I performed at the border outpost were within my job description and aimed at ensuring the security of our homeland. How do you evaluate the evidence presented by the Cabarde Border Command? I believe the evidence presented by the Cabarde Border Command is not accurate. I am innocent and not guilty. Okay, do you deny the allegations of human trafficking? Yes, absolutely deny them. I have no connection or involvement in human trafficking. Alright. Let's hear from the plaintiff. According to the allegations, what activity did the defendant engage in during working hours? According to the allegations, the defendant engaged in smuggling migrants into the country. Migration is a fundamental right. You cannot... Hey! Order! Everybody sit down. I'm reviewing the evidence. Jeez. According to the allegations, the defendant engaged in smuggling migrants into the country without entry permits by making agreements with human traffickers during their working hours. So I didn't see evidence of that. I just saw evidence of them sneaking across the border. What evidence obtained by... Could you please explain? No. What evidence obtained by the Cabarde Border Command supports the allegations of human trafficking? The Cabarde Border Command supports the allegations of human trafficking against the defendant with evidence such as security cameras footage and records. Yeah, but he wasn't on the tapes. Can you explain what kind of punishment is being requested for the defendant in relation to these allegations of human trafficking? Well, in accordance with the allegations, we request that the defendant be prosecuted for human trafficking and sentenced accordingly. Okay. Let's hear the lawyer. Or, matter of fact, let's hear the witnesses. Bring to the stand Andrew Turner. Can you confirm that you worked at a border outpost with the defendant? Yes. We were both stationed at the same border outpost. In your opinion, could the defendant have smuggled unauthorized migrants during work hours? I did not notice such a situation, and I have no knowledge that such a thing could have occurred. Let me change the text speed. It's a little slow, not gonna lie. Alright, that's better. Did you notice any suspicious behavior or actions related to the defendant while working at the border outpost? No. I did not notice any suspicious behavior or actions related to the defendant. Okay. Bring forth to the stand witness Jeffrey Clark. According to the allegations, could the defendant have collaborated with human traffickers? According to the allegations, I have no evidence or information to suggest such collaboration. And the video didn't show that, so yeah. During your time at the border, did you observe any activity such as human trafficking? During my time at the border, I did not observe any activity related to human trafficking. Okay, how do you perceive the defendant's defense against the allegations? I understand the defendant's defense against the allegations, but I cannot make any comments on this matter as I do not have any concrete information. Well, you don't have any evidence, so sit the hell down. Why did I even ask your opinion? Okay, let me look at the security camera footage one more time. So you can't really see faces. They snuck under the border, and nobody's around to stop them, so can't really blame the defendant. They both look guilty, so one of them could have been the human trafficker. Checklist. Don't really need notes. I already looked at the evidence, looked at the law book. I'm coming to a decision. Alright, order. Info. Testimonies of the witnesses involved in the case may affect the contents of the case. Name, Mark Harris, age 32, no criminal record. That's the plaintiff. And Bowden Bell, 27, no criminal record. The sides and witnesses were heard in the court and evidence presented was examined. Fine. I won't say you're innocent because it was on your shift. So the defendant will receive a fine. I don't have any notes, so $5,000 fine. What is the fine? Since I have a phone in real life, I'm gonna look up what the fine would be for human trafficking. Involuntary. Last thing I want to do is charge somebody with a felony or a misdemeanor if they weren't involved. And I didn't see him anywhere in the evidence video, so I'm sorry. Can't bring up any charges. No real evidence. And none of the testimonies were against him, so what can I say? I was going to throw the book at him, but the evidence doesn't support my theory. Jeez. So I looked it up on my phone, and it's still up to 20 years in prison, even for involuntary. Oh, there we go. Other penalties for human trafficking include mandatory restitution, forfeiture of assets, criminalizing attempts to commit human trafficking, civil lawsuits for victims, and assessments, special assessments, $5,000 for non-indigent defendants. So $5,000. I can't just, I can charge him $8 million? just trying to get to 5,000, bruh. It goes from 1,000 straight to 30. And I can't slowly drag it. Like, what the heck? Alright, $1,000 fine. I really want to make it 5,000 just so it can be accurate, but I can't even slide it to 5,000. Or can I type it? Well, it says that he didn't have any prior... Well, I can't charge him for something that legally he wasn't involved in. Sorry to say, the defendant is innocent. The ruling's final. You don't have to listen to everyone in the case, but it might be a good idea. Why would I not? Go to bed and sleep. Alright? What the heck? Hard day's work. I really hope that man was innocent. Your spouse mentioned that you no longer have time for your family and the situation is negatively affecting the children. What are your thoughts on this? Work is very busy, it'll get better. You're right, I'll solve the issue. Just say you're right. That's gonna get you a long way in marriage. Alright, next case. Cabarde versus Lucien Foster, a murder case. Alright, this should have more concrete evidence. Police, fingerprints, DNA evidence, security camera footage with a face on it, actually. Because what was that last one? It was just a few people going under the gate. You didn't have nobody that was letting them. You didn't have nobody that was escorting them. Like, bruh, I couldn't even see that face. It was so dark in that video. And they wanted me to throw the book at him. Come on, bro. Law book. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I was supposed to be looking through this. Yeah, but it said anybody that was involved will get the... Alright, about the case. In a routine inspection conducted with Cabarde Port, a male body was discovered inside a frozen food container. It was learned that this body belonged to a container's owner, ship engineer Miles Petter, who worked for a company. This ship was experiencing a major engine failure in the ocean, and it was discovered that this happened because Miles Petter had not conducted sufficient checks before the ship's departure. Upon hearing this, the CEO of the company, Lucien Foster, reported he had a heated argument with Miles Petter and even physically assaulted him, according to the accounts from the ship's crew. Plaintiff Harper Gray, defendant Lucien Foster, and his lawyer, Laura Martinez. So, let's hear the oh, wait. I gotta check, murder case. I sent you the documents. We've reviewed your case and determined you did not apply the correct decision. Therefore, oh my gosh. How is I not right? He wasn't on video. Alright, whatever. Alright, next one I won't mess up. Is the smell of garbage only in your street? Or only in our street? Please, can someone recommend a movie to watch? No way, that was incredible. Those who didn't watch the match must have been feeling embarrassed. When making decisions about cases, we can occasionally bend the laws. I'm not saying that. To respect the laws are the utmost importance for the civil servants in our community. I'll say that. Or country. Does anyone know Judge Rich? Yeah! People are already talking about me. Does anyone know where I can access the Constitution I think the new judicial reform will be quite good. Okay, my following count went up. Not that I'm really worried about that, but still. The economy continues to improve. Economy continues to stabilize in recent years. The country is boosting economic growth by increasing investments in agriculture, technology, and energy sectors. Foreign investors are discovering a potential of Cabarde, thereby creating more job opportunities. That's what they say. How much money I got in the bank? Okay, $492. Not bad. Could be worse. I haven't taken out any loans. Don't have any debts or investments. Meeting? Wait, why would I talk to these judges? Chief Justice, Society Leader. You should wait 0 more days to schedule an interview. You cannot meet because your relationship. Are you sure you want to go to the meeting? Wait, what would I go to the meeting for? Hey, I'll just wait. Alright, oh, so we're going to the crime scene this time. So no pretrial. Social media can provide detailed. Yeah, I already knew that. This game is going to be hard when it finally gets finished. Alright, evidence. There are blood traces. You can add this to evidence file by pressing E. I can't even look inside, like, bro. Alright, what you got for me? Being by the seaside is not good for my stomach. I don't care. Tell me about the crime scene. We may need to inspect the other containers. How? There's none open. Can't go into the back of this one. Okay, more crime scenes. Wait, why is this a crime scene? Okay, so I can't look in anything else. And I have 20 seconds. This doesn't make any sense. Can't go that way. I don't think there's any other open. Is that open? No, it's not open. I just wasted my time. Well, back to the office. You should pay attention to your relationships with individuals and institutions. So I saw blood. Saw a chalk outline of the body. Not really much I can go off for that. Alright, pre-trial. Let's do it. Plaintiff lawyer Harper Gray. During a routine inspection at the port of Miles Peter was found inside a frozen food container. In light of this incident, our prosecution office conducted a thorough investigation, and based on the interviews with the witnesses and examined evidence, it has been determined that the incident was committed by the CEO of the container's owning company, Lucian Foster. Therefore, we request that the defendant be punished accordingly. So I just need to figure out whether it was premeditated or not. My client, Lucian Foster, is an important and respected businessman. We acknowledge that there was a heated argument due to the issues encountered during the recent ship voyage with the deceased. However, after this argument, Lucian Foster never saw the deceased again. My client personally also desires the thorough investigation of this unfortunate accident. However, he denies the murder charges placed upon him. Yeah, right. Wait, I can't ask any. What is this? My client has no objection regarding the case. I still don't know what these are for. Alright, to the case. Alright, order in the court. Relationship with the family will what? Oh my gosh, bro. Alright. Order. The lawsuit begins. During routine inspections, blah blah blah. Okay, you deny the charges brought on you. Already know the checklist. Evidence, security camera footage, diagnostic, autopsy report, and something with the container. Alright. Witnesses are workers, security, workers, and officer. Person who intentionally causes the death of another shall be deemed have committed an offense of homicide. Person found guilty of committing homicide shall be punished with a penalty required by evidence in the court's decision. If the homicide offense is considered to have resulted from a discrimination against the victim based on age, gender, race, or religion, or nationality, the offense shall be punished with more severe penalty. Alright, well, let's hear from the defendant first. What do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Lucian Foster? What was the cause of the argument during the ship voyage? Well, the cause of the argument during the ship voyage was a disagreement regarding the ship's engine failure and related responsibilities. Okay? You're accused of killing Miles Peter. How do you respond to these allegations? I am deeply shocked and saddened. I deny these allegations. That's all you have to say? Did you see or communicate with Mr. Miles after the ship's engine failure incident? I had no communication with Miles Peter whatsoever after the argument. I deny the allegations of any contact. Oh, so you do have a criminal record. What's your criminal record look like? Violence, and you served 3 months and 9 days. And it was on 6/15, so that was a year ago. Not too far. Alright, you may be seated. The prosecution calls Plaintiff Harper Gray. Under what circumstances and how was Miles Peter's body found? Miles Peter's body was found during routine inspections inside a frozen foods container. Okay? What are the allegations regarding the argument and fight between Lucian Foster and Miles Peter? According to the statement of the ship's crew, there was a significant argument and fight between Lucian Foster and Miles Peter. What is the connection between Miles Peter's death and Lucian Foster? Based on the investigations conducted by our prosecution and witness testimonies, it is alleged that Miles Peter's death was committed by Lucian Foster. Okay, Harper Gray, you may be seated. Let's hear from the witnesses before I look at the evidence. The jury calls witness Robert Taylor. Mr. Taylor, what was the subject of the argument between Lucian Foster and Miles Peter during the ship voyage? The subject of the argument between Lucian Foster and Miles Peter during the ship voyage was related to the ship's engine failure and responsibilities. Okay? How does the ship's crew describe the argument and fight between Lucian Foster and Miles Peter? The ship's crew describes a significant argument and fight between Lucian Foster and Miles Peter. Okay, that's it. Did ship engineer Miles Peter make any mistakes or omissions during the last voyage? Ship engineer Miles Peter failure to conduct necessary checks before the ship's departure led to a major engine failure. Okay? Defense rests. You may be seated. The defense calls witness Charles Martinez to the stand. Mr. Charles Martinez, as a person who opened the shipping foods container, or frozen foods container, can you describe how you experienced the incident? When I opened the frozen foods container, I saw Miles Peters' body. Duh. In what condition and what position was Miles Peters' body found in the container? Miles Peters' body was found on the floor inside the frozen foods container. Okay? You didn't give me any type of whatever. Did you notice any suspicious circumstances or impressions regarding Miles Peters' death? I did not notice any suspicious circumstances or impressions when Miles Peters' body was found. Okay, the defense rests. You may be seated. Oh, I didn't look at his criminal record. It's too late. Well, you didn't see anything, so if somebody says they didn't see anything and they have a criminal record, I'm gonna bring it up. No criminal record. The defense calls Brian Scott to the stand. What can you say about your last interaction with Miles Peters? Our last interaction was during the argument that took place during the ship's voyage. I have not seen him since. Yeah, that's the same thing the defendant says. What was the tone of the argument between Miles Peters and Lucian Foster during the ship's voyage? The tone of the argument between Miles Peters and Lucian Foster during the ship's voyage was quite loud and aggressive. Did you have any contact with Lucian Foster after Miles Peters' death? I had no contact with Lucian Foster after Miles Peters' death. Alright, you may be seated. Alright, last witness, Ronald Hall. Wait, can I call witnesses up again? Mr. Ronald Hall, what did you see and notice when you arrived at the scene? Well, when I arrived, Your Honor, I saw the frozen foods container had been opened, and I noticed Miles Peters' body. Was there any other traces or evidence found in the container where the body was located? I did not observe any other traces or evidence in the container where the body was found. Okay. Did you have any findings regarding any suspicious circumstances or individuals in relation to the incident? Based on my investigation into the incident, I currently have no specific findings regarding any suspicious circumstances or individuals. Okay, you may be seated. What's the defendant's name again? Lucian Foster. Alright, let's look at the evidence. Security cam footage. Okay, I see 3 people arguing. One person is gone and then comes back. Who's that person in black? Okay, so it's not you. It's one of you. It's you, whoever you are. Wait, can I call defendants back up? I can't. Okay, so I really need to look into the witnesses when they come up. Alright, other evidence, police report. Victim lost their life due to freezing. Prior to this, there are signs of physical assault. The victim's brother identified the body and confirmed it belonged to Miles Peters. So I'm not sure who this guy is, but whoever that guy is the guy that killed him. I don't think this is Lucian Foster. Because he has a completely different haircut. But then again, if I say he's innocent, I might get fined. Well, the evidence clearly says that it wasn't you, but you did assault him. So I'm going to have to sentence you for that. I looked at the pre-trial statement, looked at the evidence. Already looked at the law book. Alright, we're coming to a decision. The location where the accident took place and the evidence can be quite helpful. I don't know what these are. Oh, that's the state. This is my family. Lucian Foster. I want to say he's not guilty because they had an argument, but that doesn't mean... Because somebody left and then came back and then continued the argument. So I have to fine you for assault, which would be $5,000. Rent invoice. What did I get an invoice for? Don't tell me I was wrong. You don't have to listen to every... Yeah, whatever. Let me check my email. Because I know. Oh, I can't check it in here. Oh, time to go to sleep. Yep. Back to another day at the office. Pay attention to the time. Yeah, whatever. The government is working on a new immigration bill. What are your thoughts on this matter? Immigrants will disrupt our demographic structure, or we can use immigrants as a workforce. Why are those the only two options? Workforce, obviously. I'm not racist. The choices you make are important for your career. Albert Neuron versus Cobarde Prison Administration. Rights infringement lawsuit. Oh, jeez. Accepting bribes can put you in a difficult... Hey, I can accept bribes? I'll accept... I mean, I would never accept a bribe, but it depends on how much. Hypothetically. Yeah, I already knew that. Keeps giving me the same... Alright, this is going to be my last case. If I was wrong... they didn't even say anything. So I guess I was right. Notepad, I need to meet with the Prime Minister more often. I should be working on our relationship. My relationship with the Supreme Court. It's 82%. That's pretty good. I don't resolve issues with the... If I don't resolve issues with the public, there could be... Wait, what? My spouse gets angry at me occasionally. Yeah, 80%. We're good. Rights infringement lawsuit. Censure the documents. Stagnant followers. When does Cobarde enter the category of developed countries? Is it me or who can't find a job? Is there no job available? It's really good to have such an love, y'all. Appreciate you. Complete trust in the legal system. Wonder if there will be an election soon. We must take a very serious approach in various cases for the peace of our people. Every case requires the same level of seriousness and responsibility. They're both good. I'm gonna say the second one because it kind of makes me seem like I'm more into the law. Let's look at the news. Oh, I was supposed to look at the Times too. Prisoner who claims to have suffered psychological harm due to being placed in solitary confinement despite a clean disciplinary record has filed a lawsuit against the prison administration. In his complaint, Neuron alleges inhumane treatment and unlawful implementation of prison's duties and responsibilities. Albert Neuron has maintained a clean record throughout his incarceration, agrees that he is unfairly sentenced to solitary confinement, which has taken a toll. Jeez. Okay. On his mental health or his mental well-being. He claims that the prison administration did not provide any valid reasons for his isolation and that the experience has caused severe psychological distress, violated rights, failing procedures, cruel and unusual punishment. Confinement was not based on legitimate grounds, so illegal detainment, false imprisonment. The prison administration, in response, was placed because he fails to comply with necessary instructions and conditions. They maintain that there was no wrongdoing, that this decision to isolate was in accordance with established protocols. Right, let me look at Cabarde today. Government is taking significant steps to protect the country's national beauty and biodiversity by establishing a new national park. This park will preserve wildlife and endemic plant species, making it a paradise for nature enthusiasts and promoting ecotourism. Nice. So they do care about our country. Let me meet with the Chief Justice. I'm confused. You cannot meet. What? Alright, I guess I don't need them. Let's look at the evidence. Unlawful. Was I supposed to look at anything else? I don't think so. Pre-trial. Let's get it. My client is serving his sentence at Cabarde Prison due to a crime he committed. Okay? However, in recent days, an action has taken place where my client was placed in solitary confinement despite the absence of any negative behavior on his part. The prison administration has abused its authority. During this process, my client has experienced psychological and physical distress. We are filing a complaint against the prison administration for this situation. Okay. Defendant's lawyer. The Cabarde Prison Administration. My client wishes to remind that the conditions of criminals are required to adhere to as specified by the laws. The regulations provide for the punishment of inmates who do not comply with these conditions. Albert Neuron was understood to have not eaten during mealtime and initiated a hunger strike, leading to his placement in solitary confinement as a result of the situation. Okay, so inciting a protest as a prisoner is probably illegal. Initiating a strike is prohibited according to prison regulations, with solitary confinement being the penalty. The plaintiff's baseless allegations have, I don't even know what she said. Alright, let's take it to court. Take it to trial. From what I'm seeing, the defendant has no basis on his argument, to be honest. You may not be able to meet with individuals and institutions for 2 days. I don't really care. Haven't been meeting with anybody before, so. Alright, the lawsuit begins. Let's hear from the plaintiff, Albert Neuron. Was your behavior before being sentenced to solitary? What was your behavior before being sentenced to solitary confinement? I did not exhibit any negative behavior in the prison. I complied with all the rules. What was your psychological and physical condition like before being sent to solitary confinement? I did not have any psychological or physical problems before, but I was negatively affected after being placed in solitary confinement. Alright, what is your murder? You want me to believe that you incited a hunger strike and you were in there for murder, but you had no behavior. Yeah, right. Do you consider being sent to solitary confinement as inhumane treatment despite the absence of any negative behavior on your path? Yes. I consider being sentenced to solitary confinement without any negative behavior as inhumane treatment. Well, you incited, what's it called? A hunger strike. Alright, let's hear from the defendant. Why did the inmate not eat during mealtime and initiate a hunger strike? The prisoner initiated a hunger strike by not eating, which led to the sentencing of solitary confinement. Is initiating a hunger strike considered legal according to the prison regulations? No. Initiating a hunger strike is prohibited according to the prison regulations. And the penalty is solitary confinement. Okay? How's the situation of the inmates sentenced? Wait, how is the situation of the inmates sentenced to solitary confinement evaluated? The situation of the inmates sentenced to solitary confinement is evaluated based on a non-compliance with the prison regulations. And the appropriate penalty is applied. Okay. You don't have a criminal record, so go ahead, sit down. The defense rest. Call up witness Gregory Perez. Can you provide information about the inmate's behavior leading to the sentencing of the solitary confinement? The inmate exhibited behaviors such as not eating and initiated a hunger strike. What was the inmate's psychological condition like before being sentenced to solitary confinement? The inmate's psychological condition was normal, but it may have been negatively affected after solitary confinement. Well, he's a murderer, so I can't see his psychological situation getting any worse. Initiating a hunger strike is considered a prohibited behavior according to prison regulations and carries a penalty. Alright, sit down. Laura Martinez to the stand. What was his physical condition? The physical condition of the inmate sentenced to solitary confinement may be negatively affected, but I do not have direct observations. Okay. What's the relationship between initiating a hunger strike and the regulations? Oh, sorry. Initiating a hunger strike is prohibited behavior, solitary confinement. Yeah, got it. Situation is evaluated based on, okay. So I don't really need to hear anyone else. I think I can come to a ruling. My decision? He did commit a punishable offense. He's already in prison, and he was there for murder. He didn't kill anybody while he's in there, so I think a fine would probably be Deputy DA's opinion. The testimonies of the witnesses involved in the case may affect the contents of the case. I'm gonna give him a fine. $1,000. It's not that serious. Because even though he did incite a hunger strike, yeah, it's gonna tell me I messed up. Well, I appreciate y'all for watching. If you liked it, press the like button, press the subscribe button, share with a friend, share with a family member, put it on a playlist, share it with yourself. But until the next time, holla at me and stay out of Supreme Court.